Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Eggroll Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of R4 Ridge Racer Type 4. In today's episode, we will be continuing the R.T.S. Terrazi set of videos. And we will be using Terrazi. I actually kind of like the way this car looks. It does kind of remind me of, I looked on the wiki and they said the rear end kind of resembles a Supra. I could sort of see that. And it says the front end kind of resembles a Sylvia. But I'm not sure which particular model. I think it might have been an S15, but I don't think the front looks anything like a Sylvia at all. But then again, the S15 Sylvia didn't come out until mid to late 2000s, so there's no way it would have been. I mean, the closest it could probably be would be the S13. Yeah, it would not be the S14 because I think the S14 was early 2000s. The S15 was mid to late 2000s. Yeah, I don't think it's I don't think it was the if it was a Sylvia, it will probably be the S13. Yeah. But the back end of this car, I can sort of see it resembling a Supra rear end. A 2JZ, aka the Mark IV. I don't know, that Mabby car right there, it kind of reminds me of a Miata. Yeah, I'm wondering if for this Mutant series, if I should just add more reference pics. The Hero set was kind of an experiment. I was very happy with the way it turned out, but I think it could use a little bit more info. Yep, he's right there. Is he back there? He's still there, holy crap. Oh goodness. Yeah, my first lap's definitely gonna be faster. Ridge Racer. I'm still trying to figure out the way these cars operate. Sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to do that. always hated the, oh, rubbing is racing mentality. It's so stupid. I have to say, I don't know if it's popular in the, European championships, but that's definitely an American, it's definitely prevalent in American racing. Stupid. That should not be a thing. As a professional racer, you have standards to live up to. Yeah, the whole rubbing is racing thing should be abolished. But I'm not gonna get into it because some people are die-hard fans. Like, they live and breathe rubbing is racing. So I just wanted to state my opinion for the fact that I just think it's stupid, and that's all I'm gonna say. Because it's unsportsmanlike. Now, if it's like, if you're battling for a position, like, let's say you're on the final lap, and you and the first place racer are, fighting it out, the second person, the second place racer just being super aggressive to try to overtake the position, and the person in pole doing the best they can to hold off the person in second place. That I can probably understand, but it's just when people use, oh, rubbing is racing as an excuse for running someone off the road. That's what really makes my blood boil. Like, I understand rubbing is racing. Oh my gosh. Rubbing is racing, I can sort of understand where it comes from. It makes it more exciting for the fans, but what I was getting at was the people using rubbing is racing as an excuse for unsportsmanlike behavior. So, there's that, and there's also the fact that little kids, even they're not going to know what rubbing is racing is, but they think it's funny just to run people off the road. That's what also makes my blood boil. It's unfortunate because a lot of these racing games, I want to say Need for Speed is probably rated teen, so that makes it a little bit better. But games like Gran Turismo, Forza Motorsport, Forza Horizon for sure, like just those 3 titles, they're rated E. That is bad news. That is extremely bad news. It's because you will be racing with kids. Adults will be racing with kids, and that should not be the case. At Gran Turismo, again, it's rated E. So anybody, all age groups, can race each other. And I don't think that's right.
Real racing. 3, 2, 1, go! Here we go.
Now, it's so bad that I don't play online racing. I don't race online ever. So I don't know if there's a way, at least in Gran Turismo, I don't know if there's a way to like turn off collisions so that if someone does try to run you off the road, it ghosts their car and they can't do anything. Which actually, I think that's the best solution. Where if it detects that someone's trying to be a dirty racer, it just ghosts their car and they can't do anything to the other fellow racers. And then they'll just get left behind in the dust. So I think actually that Polyphony did a good job. That's actually a very, very good solution. Yeah, so now that I think about it, that's a very good solution, but then again, I can't confirm that they do that because I don't race online. I know in GTA, granted GTA is not an actual like simulation racing game, but you do have races in GTA and you can't turn on non-contact or no contact. basically, like when people are racing and they try to be dirty racers, they can't. Everybody's a ghost. And a lot of people, they actually, I've had several instances where I was in a lobby for online racing GTA, and I was the host, and people joined because they thought it was going to be full contact, and then as soon as I turned it to non-contact, out of the lobby of 20, only 5 people remained, myself included. So 3/4 of the lobby left because I turned it to non-contact. I don't understand. Like, why is full contact so much more? Why is that so much more appealing than no contact? I feel like professional racing, like clean, unhindered racing, is way better than just a demolition derby. But that's just me. I mean, racing to me should be about professionalism, not just, oh, I ran you off the road, so I win. That's not racing. That's being a dirtbag. That's what that is. Being Chick Hicks. Yeah, if you drive like Chick Hicks, you're a dirtbag. Through and through. And if I insulted you, oh, cry me a river. Because people who are dirty racers don't even deserve to be on a racetrack. Now, clean racers, they're few and far between. Like, actually true clean racers, they're few and far between in the lower levels. And that's why I don't bother racing. I want to race in higher level lobbies with better racers. But I don't have the patience to fight through the lower levels. Because I can tell you right now, as soon as I get knocked off the road, I quit. Because I'm not dealing with that. Some people can argue, well, if the person ran you off the road, they're probably not a very good driver, so you can probably catch up pretty quick. And not if they run you off the road to a point where it takes you like 30 seconds to get back on the track. You can't recover from that. I guess the only way I could ever consider racing online is if I somehow am able to practice defensive driving and situational awareness. That's the big thing, is the more situational awareness you have, I guess the easier it is to race. Because what situational awareness is, I was watching a documentary, it had nothing to do with racing, but it had to do with military strategy. And so situational awareness is, where are my guys and where is the enemy? Like, how can I hit the enemy but keep my boys safe? In racing, it's different. What I mean by situational awareness is where are the, and there's a term for these types of people, where are the shameless rammers? Where are they? And where are the clean racers? Or who are the clean racers, I should say. And it's usually, I don't know, let's say there's like a 16 player race, and usually if you do not include yourself, okay, let's say 15 to make math easy, because I think 16 is the cap for Gran Turismo. I might be wrong, but let's say there's 15 people, and then including yourself, and you take yourself out of the equation because we're assuming you're a clean racer. That means 7 of those people, there's a good chance they're dirty racers, and they most likely will end up in the bottom of the grid. Because most of the time, the good drivers, they will get their way they will claim one of the top spots pretty quickly. Yeah, they'll claim one of the top spots pretty quickly, so they won't have to worry about the carnage in the lower positions. But a lot of times the people in the lower positions, in like the beginner lobbies where all the kids are, those usually are going to be just an absolute, it's like an absolute wreck fest. Whereas the 7 people at the top of the grid, they're the ones that are trying to fight their way out. So, anyway, I've actually talked about this pretty in depth, had a pretty lengthy rant in one of my previous videos about this, where kids should not be playing with adults or racing with adults. And again, there is a difference. When I say kids, I don't mean teenagers. Teenagers are mature enough usually to, and like, where at least if they are a serious enough racer, they know racing etiquette. When I say kids, I'm talking about 5, 6, 7-year-olds that their parents got them Gran Turismo or Forza Motorsport for Christmas, and it's the first racing game they've ever played in their life. So they're just racing for fun. Like, they don't understand that, like, racing like a dirty maniac, it will not end. They think it's funny, but I can tell you right now, a lot of people are gonna rage and they will get reported for, unsportsmanlike behavior. I know I would. But see, little kids, they don't care. They race for fun. And that includes running people off the road to make their lives easier. So, yeah. I think, and how did I think about it? I think GT7 did a pretty good job with ghosting. I'm pretty sure, because I think the host can set up a race, whereas where the participants cannot run into each other. I think the setting is like collisions off or something, so that people can race without any worry of being run off the road. Yeah, but it's a sad reality where a lot of people, they want full contact. I don't know why. I don't know why they are so masochistic. But it's whatever. To each their own. The reason I'm showing this replay is because I did get that lap to myself. I just find it funny, like, when I try, like, if I'm trying to do well, I always end up doing poorly. But if I'm kind of going on a rant, or I'm kind of going off on a tangent, and I'm just kind of, like, mindlessly going through the motions, I tend to do way better. Like this, I was talking through most of this. And I ended up doing way better than if I was actually trying. And actually, for those of you who didn't catch this car's called Rumor. Rumor. Yeah, like how you spread rumors. That's kind of, this car is called Rumor. I don't know why I get so heated when it comes to like racing games and kids and whatnot. So now here's the thing: there are games that are great for kids. Like there's a lot of games where I think parents do end up playing with kids. Like one of the games I've been playing for a long time, Wizard 101, and by extension Pirate 101, which, funnily enough, it came out on my 21st birthday. October 15th, 2012. Yeah.
3 laps to go.
Yeah, because I was in college. Yeah, October 15th, 2012 is when Pirate 101 came out. That was my 21st birthday. And I've been playing it ever since. I've been playing it since launch. Oh shoot, I got distracted talking. I've got all 5 classes, they're all maxed. And basically I've only beaten all the worlds on one character. That was actually, I think, last night or the other night, I think 2 or 3 days ago, actually. I still gotta go through on 4 more pirates on the final dungeon of the entire game. And yeah, they're all maxed. They got the best gear can get for them. Yeah. Dang it. But yeah, games like those, I'm all for kids playing with adults because you can't do anything dirty unless you're, doing PvP, which I stay away from that too. Like games that force people to work together, then by all means, kids and adults, sure, why? I have no qualms about that. The one game I used to play but I kind of stopped was League of Legends. The people who play League of Legends are so toxic. Like, I even let my brother play a match on my account and he almost got me banned because of his use of trash talk. Yeah, he almost got my account banned because of all his trash talking. I got a warning. Thankfully, I wasn't suspended, but I did get a warning. It said, do not use this type of language again, or else we will suspend your account. What sucks is my brother was only here for that weekend, and then he had to go back home. Yeah, so my brother's older than me, so but yeah, he's the type of person who loves trash talking people. I can't stand trash talkers, and the fact that it sent chills down my spine because I let him use my account. There's really no need for trash talk. Like, I'm usually just not competitive at all. And so when I do get put into a competitive situation, I respect my opponents. When I say that, I'm a martial artist, so I do, tournaments here and there. I don't ever trash talk anybody. And actually, if you get caught trash talking in my martial arts school, you will basically get kicked out of the school. You will no longer be welcome. Because if you're in a martial arts school, it's about support. It's team support and encouragement. Trash talking is forbidden. Thank God for that. It's so nice to be in this competitive environment where people, sure, it's competitive, so people will be trying to, win, but everybody's supportive. They're like, oh, that's okay, nice job, that kind of thing, versus, talking smack to someone just because they're your opponent. That's stupid. And some people might say, "Oh, wow, you're so sheltered." Fine, if that's what you believe, go. You're entitled to that opinion. But let me tell you something. people who trash talk, people who are negative, people who act like absolute dirtbags, they don't get very far in life. And the ones that do make a lot of money, those types of people, the arrogant ones, they blow their money before they can say, oh snap. Like all their money is gone. They buy it on cars, they buy it on houses, they buy it on women, you know, or they spend it on women. And next thing you know, all of their money that they, you know, earned with, you know, of course they put in a little effort at first, you know, they put the leg work in at first, and then when their careers take off, a lot of those arrogant people, they don't put in any effort, and then they make a lot of money, and before you know it, the money's gone, and then they, you know, start, you know, basically becoming a shell of who they once were. Whereas there's people out there who do become famous, but they're humble, they are respectful, they're grateful for what they have. Those people tend to keep their wealth. Because a lot of the arrogant people, they spend their wealth for the sheer fact that they want to impress people. The people who are more humble, the people who are more gracious, and a lot of times the people who are more generous are the people who fall into this latter category. They appreciate, you know how they got to where they were. You know, they don't take their success for granted. They always try to give back, especially for like Twitch streamers, bigger YouTubers. A lot of them try to give back to their community, because without their community, they wouldn't have the wealth that they have. So then you get like, there's a lot of celebrities out there who are just absolute dirtbags. They live lavishly for a while, and then when their public image cracks and it starts to fall apart, and they realize that they've started to lose money, like they're losing money every month, every year, and they start to panic and they start to do stupid things to try to gain back that money, and it just ruins their reputation even more. So I would make some points on this, but I'm not too, you know, well versed in, you know, current like celebrity meltdowns or just celebrity news in general. I'm not really on top of that, so I do remember like when Britney Spears went through that, you know, I don't know, mental breakdown, and it took her forever to recover. I mean, take a look at Amanda Bynes. Everybody thought she was the Hollywood good girl, and now look where now look where she's gotten. Lindsay Lohan, she was kind of in the same boat as Amanda Bynes. So wealth and, you know, influence can do a number on people. It's how you deal with the pressure of fame, and like fame, and by extension, power, influence. It's what you do with it, and it's how you manage the negative aspects as well as the positives.
3, 2, 1.
A lot of celebrities. What the hell was that? Let me try that again.
3,
What's that?
2, 1.
So, when I was talking about people who are wealthy, that are humble and appreciative, and they don't take their wealth for granted, a lot of people that come to my mind are YouTubers, two of which are Markiplier and Jacksepticeye. Jacksepticeye more than Markiplier, because Jacksepticeye has actually made, at least to my knowledge, 2 videos where he donated a bunch of money to Twitch streamers, because being a Twitch streamer is not an easy job. Markiplier, he doesn't do that per se, but he does donate a lot to charity. And another YouTuber that comes to mind is Rosanna Pansino. She's probably the cleanest channel. She's the biggest, cleanest channel that I watch. No swearing, extremely kid-friendly, and she's always super gracious. I don't think there's really anybody that has ever talked, badly about Rosanna Pansino. She's literally one of the absolute rare angels on YouTube. I can't think of a single content creator that's, family friendly, that's not restricted to YouTube Kids, but it also has such a massive following that just everybody sees her in a positive light. I have both of her cookbooks. I don't know if she has a third one, but I do have both of her cookbooks, which her first one, the Nerdy Numbers cookbook, that is a New York Times bestseller. And her second book, Baking All Year Round, I don't know if that's a New York bestseller, but it's probably gonna get, at this point, it probably is. Because I bought Baking All Year Round, I actually pre-ordered it. And I bought, let's see, 1, 2, 3, I think I bought 4 or 5 copies of the Nerdy Numbies cookbook by this point. I gave the first 2 to a couple of my friends. The third one I gave to my fiance, and then the fourth one I bought for myself, which we may end up giving one because we are only going to need 1 copy. We don't need 2 copies of the same book. Same thing with Baking All Year Round. I got my fiance that book for Christmas one year, and now I got one for myself. So now we have 2 copies. So now we'll probably have to give that away. We'll have to give up one of the copies, probably during Christmas next year or something. I have a bunch of random cookbooks. Like, I've got a World of Warcraft cookbook, I've got a Destiny cookbook, I've got a Harry Potter cookbook, of course the Nerdy Numbies cookbook, and then Baking All Year Round. I have Tasty, a cookbook from Tasty. And I've got some others. I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, I think I have a cookbook from The Witcher, the video game, not the TV series. I'm a firm believer that if something is a video game or an anime to start, leave it that way. Don't make a live action. That's just flippin' stupid. Case in point, Dragon Ball Evolution. That thing is a cancer on all live action anime. The only live action anime that I'd be, willing to say is actually legit is the Initial D live action, because Initial D at its core is based in real life. In fact, Keiichi Tsuchiya, the Drift King himself, was the technical director of the Initial D anime. He might even be the technical director of the manga too. Yeah, the Drift King himself was the technical director of the anime, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure he was the technical director of the manga too.
You've got a new card.
So that, in and of itself, to me, makes the Initial D live action, one of the few live actions that are worth watching. I think One Gone Midnight even had a live action. Actually, yeah, One Gone Midnight did have a live action. Because it's the one with the Blue Devil Z, and then it's got the Blackbird Porsche 911, which I believe is just an RUF CTR2 Yellowbird painted black. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I pronounce it RUF. It could be roof. I don't know. But just because you have RUF, which is a Porsche. I think it might even be a Porsche subsidiary, because they're Porsche vehicles, but there are some that are unique to the RUF brand. And then of course, then there's RWB, which is strictly an aftermarket parts manufacturer for Porsche. Yeah, if you take a look up, if you look up an RWB Porsche 911, yeah, those things are mean looking. And then of course you also have tuning shops like Abflug, which apparently is German for departure. They specialize in Porsches. Maybe hell, even the Midnight Club, the actual Midnight Club, the second in command or vice chairman was driving the infamous was it Yoshida, the Yoshida Porsche 911, the maroon Yoshida Special. Oh, that was dumb. Dude, get out of my way, seriously. Ugh. So yeah, the Midnight Club, the second in command, even though he was actually second in command, his Porsche was the fastest on the team. Or his Porsche was the fastest in the club. I think he was able to easily do close to 200 miles an hour on the Wangan highway. The actual leader of the Midnight Club, he had a heavily modified 240Z, I believe. And that's why in Wangan Midnight, the Devil Z is actually based off of the Midnight Club leader's Z. And I know those of you who live in Canada or some parts of Europe, you don't say Z, you say Z. For the longest time, I'm like, Z? What the heck's Z? And then as I got older, I realized Z is just another way of pronouncing the word Z. We just say Z here in the US. But yeah, Z is just the letter Z in other countries, in Europe and Canada. So, but yeah, the Blackbird in Midnight Club, the anime and the manga, the Blackbird is based off of Yoshida's 911. And then the Devil Z is based off of the leader's Nissan Z.
Excellent! Picture-perfect finish by Team Solo.
And then the others, I've only watched like, I've watched the movie, which I believe encompasses all the episodes up until recently, because I've been seeing Supras, I've been seeing a Ferrari Testarossa, I've seen an R34 Skyline.
So let's celebrate your victory.
So,
a toast to the #1 speed king in the world. A toast.
Actually, sorry, I didn't mean to talk over the replay here. I'll shut up so you can actually watch the replay.
Excellent! Picture-perfect finish by Team Solo. Everyone knew you'd leave the competition in the dust. Even I knew it was meant to be. That's right, this race was an all-or-nothing game for you. If you didn't win the championship in the Grand Prix, your team would have lost everything. You kept your grace under pressure and really came through with flying colors. Your team should really be called Team Speed. So let's celebrate your victory. A toast to the #1 speed king in the world. A toast to the spirit of Italian racing.
I love the design of this car so much. It's definitely like my favorite design in the entire game. I just absolutely love the design of this car so much. I think Cowboy, the car right before this one, is also one of my favorites. And you're just gonna get a generic trophy because you did not get a perfect run. Or I didn't get a perfect run, I should say. See, like the final GP text is all gonna be the same, regardless of how you do. It's the first and second heat where the text could be slightly different based on how well you do. The final measures is always the same. The final message is always the same. Yeah, so all the final GP text is all the exact same, with the exception of maybe the first one, depending on how well you do. Because really, once I'm done with this, once I'm done doing all the uniques, there will still be 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 4. There'd be 4 runs per manufacturer. Yeah. So if I was to do like a part 2, it actually may end up being a, a few more episodes than what I've done already per manufacturer. Because you guys have to keep in mind, I did 3 runs per manufacturer, per per manufacturer. So that's 12 per team, which totals of has a total of 48 videos. But if I was to do the others, because basically the way it goes is you're gonna have the run where you have the worst possible placement. So you'll be driving the same car over and over and over again for all 8 races. You'll just get slight, top speed increases in between each. And then the second of those runs would be you'd place with one of the 3 unique second heat cars, but then you place terribly in the second heat, so you get second place, second place. So you then take your second heat car all the way through. There's 3 runs because there's 3 unique cars. So it's those 3 runs plus the absolute terrible run. So technically there's more than double what this completed playlist is going to be. So not sure if I want to do that. I might. I'm probably going to post a poll after some time and see who actually wants me to do that. And if I get enough of a positive reception, I might do it. But I'm just going to focus on doing the uniques first, and I may come back into a part 2 in the future, depending on how much people want me to do it. But anyway, enough of my ramblings. I do want to thank all of you for stopping by. And always remember, guys, stay crunchy. Don't forget the soy sauce. And as always, thanks for watching.